Hello, my name is Kurt Brown, also known as Saint Rambone. I have a website. It's titled Mobile Audit Club. I am a degreed reporter and I'm also a degreed accountant. I was formerly a bank examiner for the federal government of the United States. I reported money laundering and murder. A regional director for the FDIC had been murdered in his office and labeled suicide, and I witnessed obvious money laundering. I believe we're in a technological war throughout the world. We're not isolated anymore, as is obvious by this camera. Here we're talking. I've had several attempts on my life. I had one in 2001. I've also been forcibly injected and ordered silent by the regime in power in the United States. They are no longer I no longer consider them to be the ally of the American people or of the free and working class. They talk about human rights. We do not have human rights here in the United States. I was forcibly injected on numerous occasions. One time for reporting money laundering and murder, and another simply because I had a burn on my neck and I reported a hazmat crew in Arizona. That was at the Flagstaff Medical Center. They made me stay for 3 days. They charged me over $2,500, and I don't know what all they did to me because they knocked me unconscious. The Nevada casino crime syndicates control that area of the country, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, and now they can legally inject you with chemicals per the current ruling regime in power in the United States. We are subjected to extreme violence. Many of our politicians are even the rock'em sock'em more idiot types, others are more high tech. This is a very dangerous time in the history of mankind. I have survived at least one major assassination attempt. I've had a couple other attempts on myself. I have been partially blinded with poisons that were sprayed in my window. And I heard the people talking that the people there just walked away when people are hurt and children laying around. It's the same way in the United States. People don't care about each other. They talk about peace and freedom and all that. It's all a lie. Do not believe what you hear coming from the mass media of the United States. They will not allow me in. I'm an independent journalist. I do not work for them. There was one independent media journalist shot in Mexico. I believe it was ordered by the CIA or some other agency within the United States. They do not want us to have a voice. I have fear of them. I do not fear death. The way I look at it is, there's always at least, no matter what happens, there's always at least more people watching, and it depends on how you look at this thing. We live in a world that is very unique, and I think in that perspective, the schools and universities are the price is so high, many people cannot even afford to go. The regime wants it this way. They want people ignorant. I urge you not to trust the drugs given out by the West. They're approved by attorneys and not by doctors. They'll do anything for the profit, and I also believe they will do caste setting. I urge the people of Afghanistan to get the regime out of their country. The regime here in the United States tries to intimidate us. As you can see on my video, I have a federal agent came to my home. He also threatened my family at their place of work simply because I wanted to act as a reporter in my native city of Mobile, Alabama, or Mobile, Alabama, however you want to pronounce it. In the 60s and 70s, we were no more free then than what we were now in the United States. It's probably just as bad. A lot of stuff is a delusion. I heard someone say most societies move forward and not backward. If you'll see in one of my videos, they told me I was holding up progress because I wanted to go into a government meeting. Progress can go forward and backwards. You can have, I believe it's almost like a sine wave. It goes back and forth. It's always that constant struggle. That is the nature of this. It's not just women in the United States not valued. It's the people who are educated. We are nothing. If we don't have money and we have no power in the government, we are nothing. It's not just women, it's also men, and it does not matter what race you are. In the United States, the political parties assign the police. They actually hire them. I believe we're in a technological war. Here in Mobile, Alabama, it's terrible. In Los Angeles, it's even worse. They inject you and torture you. The political parties have been assigning the police around the world forever. The grass never changes. It's always green and dead. It's the grass, as the old saying goes, the grass is not always greener when you change locations. And that's true in the United States also. We suffer extreme chaos and violence in the United States. I wish you well.